Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. I haven't done a review since Friday. Was it Friday or Thursday? I feel like I haven't saw y'all all weekend. It is currently Sunday evening, and this is my review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 10, Episode 5. And it was a very, very good episode. I did enjoy it. Even though I felt like everything in the middle of the Kenya and Kim fight scene and then the Nene and Porsha fight scene at the end was like all filler stuff. So I don't think this is going to be like a full 30-minute video because I feel like it was just too much. The only thing that might take some time is me and my antics. So hope everyone had a great weekend. Hope everyone is getting ready for the work week. And almost Christmas time, people. So make sure to go out and get those deals. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to give me a gift, just, send me a gift. You know what I'm saying? Well, y'all don't know where I live. But yeah, I was just joking anyway though. But yeah, but no, I hope everyone is grabbing a great December. It's almost the end of the year. And yeah, see what I'm saying? Let's all be happy and jolly and joyful and all that stuff. And you know what I'm saying? Share this good energy with everybody. So let's get started on this particular. Wait, this right here, my mom got this for me. Oh. So look. This is what it says. Well, it's probably backwards. So it says Jay Lee's Corner. And she thought it was cute. And I thought it would be cute to sit in my background. But it's too far. So the further back it is, you can't see it. But I wanted to show that my mom got me this. She loves her baby. Because I'm the youngest girl. But yeah, I'm going to cut it off because you can't see it back there. So I'll probably use it for something else. Later on or whatever. But yeah, this episode kicks off starts off with the end of the whole Kenya-Kim debacle. Now, as we know, Kenya and Kim do not get along, and it do seem like Kim has it out for Kenya for some reason, and I don't get it because Kim not even on the damn show, and it's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? I know it's more of their social media stuff and things that Kenya or Kim's daughter Brielle has said that has all this tension between the three. So we see Kenya basically getting Kim's ass together. Now, I told y'all before that I really wasn't here for Kim's comeback simply because I feel like the show does not need her. She has her own show. She left because she wanted to leave. She doing her own thing. Let her ass stay where her ass want to stay at. Girl, bye. So Kenya letting her know, because Kim keeps saying, where's your husband? It's fake. Why do you care, Kim? Why? You have 18 children. You can't really be worried about other people besides Kenya. And my thing is, I don't get when people are concerned for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm concerned with the Housewives show because I review it. I'm concerned with different things going on in the industry because I report, celebrity news or whatever. I am a blogger. That's what, you know what I'm saying? I'm also a business specialist at my real job, but we ain't talking about that. But yeah, you should be concerned with things that concern you. I got the hairs falling on my eye. I feel like Kim is concerned with Kenya for no reason because Kenya doesn't concern Kim. Kenya, darn it. I'm sorry, you should have paused that, but I think my eye was gonna be that aggravated. But Kenya doesn't concern Kim. But when Kim keeps saying like, "Where's your husband?" Da, 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 Kenya got her ass like, "Look, don't be worried about me and my husband. Worry about pimping out your daughter." I'm like, oh, that's the thing to say. You know what I'm saying? She's like, don't worry about who I'm married to, which is the honestly true fact of things to say. Kim was like, well, I just asked about your husband. Your whole face is fake. Your body is fake. But I'm like, Kim, you more fake than Kenya. Okay, Kenya for the most part looks the exact same as she has her whole life. Kenya has not had nothing under her face. I can say that. And I'm not, y'all know, I'm not even much. I wouldn't say that I don't dislike Kenya. I do like Kenya. I think Kenya has gotten better this season. And I think last season, the first maybe 2 seasons Kenya was on, she got on my nerve. But you know what I'm saying? Right is right and wrong is wrong. Kenya ain't had that much work. Could she have had her boobs and her booty done? Possibly. But Kim, we know your face is plastic. Your daughters has had work done. So we can't, your wig, your hair is fake. You can't, it's like a kettle calling a kettle. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Girl, bye. So, meanwhile, Kenya like, see who dick she want to suck for John Legend tickets. You pimping your daughter out. We all saw that Kim posted on Twitter, you know, to, I think it was to Christy, you know, my daughter like John Legend, you know, who dick does she has to suck to get some tickets. Even if that was a joke, you said it, okay? You put that out there. So my thing is, you did say your daughter ain't sucking dick for tickets. You said that. You put that out into the atmosphere. And you know what I'm saying? When she said that, you know, Kim wanted to get all upset. What, bitch? What? I don't fucking talk about my daughter. She all up on, they having to grab her back. She done broke some stuff at Nene's house. Like she, like, I don't know, I think she like threw something. Cause you saw her, no, you saw her throw something. You then heard glass break. You heard me tell, wait a minute now. Cause you in my house. You shouldn't be throwing things in my house and breaking things in my house. But for one, you were not even invited. You are a +1. Okay? And not only that, you were a +1 who then brought a +1 because she brought her husband. Because as they're all trying to break it up, because Kim got up and was charging at Kenya. You know, Corey came in, you know, trying to say, come on, let's go, try to grab her back or whatever, you know. And Kenya, for the most part, I got it for props. She just sitting pretty. Like, you kept poking me. You kept poking me, saying little stuff when I was not even talking to you. You kept doing stuff to get a reaction. Well, guess what, bitch? You got one, okay? And this wasn't what you wanted. You know, you didn't think I would say something about your daughter. And people say, well, oh, I think kids are off limits. My thing is, yes, kids are absolutely off limits. However, when said kids involve themselves in beef and drama and pettiness, kids is no longer off limits. Brielle is legal. She's a grown, I think she's like 18 to 20 or whatever like that. She's not a kid. And she keeps putting herself in places with adults. And if you come at me on Twitter, if you say something to me on Twitter, I'm not going to keep ignoring you because you putting yourself in an adult's place. Brielle is not a kid. Brielle, she isn't. I know that is Kim's daughter. It absolutely is. But she need to shut up. Because my thing is, if you want an adult to leave kids alone, said kid need to leave said adult alone. You can't tell me to leave your daughter alone, but your daughter keep talking to me. I'm not talking to your daughter. I'm not speaking. Your daughter is trying to, on your behalf, come at me. So when she does that, she's fair game. Because she's over 18. Yeah, Kim, she is. So, you know, from there, we see, what was she saying? I just felt like Kim opened the door that her ass wasn't ready to come through. You know, she opened the door to this petty behavior, and Kenya walked right on through, and it was like, okay, bitch. And I feel like people have different levels of petty. Kim not petty. She just has some kind of quick. She has a little quick comebacks sometimes. Kenya is full on queen petty. She's from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? We a whole different breed. And so is other cities. I won't say like another city's not as good as Detroit, but we are. But yeah, you can't come for certain people. And Kenya like lives and breathes coming at people because people like be coming for her all the time. So, you know, sometimes Kenya win her petty battles, sometimes she doesn't. She won this one. Absolutely positively. So, you know, Kim, I'm livid. I gotta go. So they taking her out. You know, that fucking bitch, you fat bitch. She's, you know, saying stuff to Kenya. And Kenya like, well, this is the same fat bitch who got you together. Girl, bye. Yes, Kenya. Because I don't like Kim. I prefer if she's on her own show, doing whatever she wants to do. Girl, I ain't saying go away and, you know, don't be on TV, but you don't need to be on the Housewives. This shirt, y'all gonna keep seeing my comfy bra straps, but it is what it is. So, you know, Cynthia is out and she's saying how, Cynthia said, you know, I don't think we should speak about children. She's like, however, Kim wasn't going to stop messing with Kenya until she got a response. And Kenya responded. And she did. And, you know, that's kind of what she gets. She's like, you know, no one knows my... Kim in her confession was... And I don't like the fact that Kim has a confessional. Because my thing is, if you're a friend of the show, friends of the show don't get confessionals. Go sit down. But, you know, Kim's in her confessional saying, well, you know, no one knows the relationship I have for Chrissy, who is John Legend's wife. And if I want to say, you know... if I want to say something, I can say something, but what I said wasn't meant for Kenya to see. Bitch, you posted it on Twitter. Anything a person posts online is open for people to see and comment. Like for me, I posted stuff on YouTube. People say some... Y'all would be surprised the stuff that I have to block people from saying and the words I have blocked that I still see the stuff. Because people say things and they see what you put out. And you just kind of have to take what they send your way. But, you know, I would never do a video saying, hey... I'm going to suck dick from John Legend tickets and then get mad when someone say, you know she sucked dick for John Legend tickets. You said it, bitch. You said it. You did. Okay? You know, so we see Nene trying to be like the calm host because she just, it's like so much going on. And, you know, when she go outside to talk to Nene, talk to Kim, she said, okay, Kim, you know, calm down. Well, you know, I just get so mad. So Kim is in her head is saying that Kenya said something about her son who got hurt. And she didn't. So it was a bunch of bullshit. And it was just a bunch of bullshit. And, you know, she's just telling Kim to go ahead, for her to go ahead and leave. So Sheree is leaving, Kim is leaving, both leaving together. But even, you know, Nene says how, she said, you know, you put on social media, you know, you put that on social media, Kim. She said, you, like I just said, you can't put on social media that your daughter sucked dick. You get mad when someone say that she sucked dick because you put it out there. And I feel like, true, it was hilariously, actively true. Girl, bad. You know what I'm saying? So the next thing that we see, Sheree and Kim and Croy then walked over or drove over, went over to Porsha's house because Porsha don't stay too far from Nene. Now they at her house telling her what happened. Like, well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Kim said, you know, I almost had to go beat Kenya's, she said, I almost beat Kenya's ass to a pub. I said, bitch, where? Where did you almost beat her ass? You got up and that was it. You know when you're about to beat somebody to a pub is when you put your hands, you can grab them. And my thing is, I honestly feel like if Kenya and Kim got into a fight, I think Kenya would beat Kim's ass. I really do. Kim is a dog that barks. You know what I'm saying? She has a lot of bark. But my thing is, you do stuff on these shows because you know they're not gonna let you fight. They're not gonna do it. And Kenya, for the most part, she has a lot of mouth. Absolutely, she has a lot of mouth. But she never gets physically aggressive with people as far as physically going near them. She will yell at you. She will talk crap to you. She will say all kind of crazy stuff to get, my eye is going crazy, y'all. I'm so sorry. She would say stuff to get a person riled up. But she's never been a person to get physical. And I feel like it's because she knows that she might beat somebody's ass. Kim, on the other hand, we've seen you get into other stuff on the show. We saw when Sheree pulled your wig that time in season 1. We saw when Nene was all up in your face and you ain't do nothing. So my thing is, you ain't beating nobody's ass. You need to just calm your ass down and stop making up stuff. Because she then was saying how, you know, Kenya mentioned my injured son. And Sheree was like, I don't remember hearing her. I'm so sorry. I don't remember hearing her. I drank some pop and some wine earlier. I don't remember hearing her say anything about the son, but, you know, Kim was so angry, who knows what she heard. My thing is, I would say with Kim, that's not what she said. What she said was what she said about Brielle. But, you know, Sheree likes mess, so she keeps mess up, so she's not going to say anything. You know, and then they kind of talk about how Cynthia dressed, about how Cynthia was dressed crazy, she had on the poncho. Everyone knows Cynthia dresses in, dresses. Likes flowy. I have some. You know what I'm saying? Cynthia be looking good, okay? And Kim, and the part that kind of killed me, I was like, Sheree was cracking jokes about it too. Like, yeah, she was dressed in that poncho. And I'm like, bitch, what? Sheree is the fakest person on the cast simply because she's your friend in the scene with you. She's cool with you in the scene, but when she moves around, she's not really cool with nobody. She isn't. She's cool with Kim. Yep, right, it's Kim. Yep, and I think, you know, she feeds into Porsha's bullshit. But it is what it is, you know, and they from Porsha is telling her, you know, you should stay away from Kenya because you know what she gonna do. She gonna say that you violent, you crazy. And I'm like, girl, bye. You and Kim both have tried to physically attack someone on the show. So Kenya would have every right to say, I don't want to be around them because they get physical. That's the truth, because if Kenya at any point in time lunged at y'all, tried to get at y'all, y'all would say she crazy, she's psycho, and she need to be removed. So you can't make it seem as if when y'all do that to her, that she's wrong to then label y'all as physically aggressive. Because y'all are physically aggressive. Sit your ass down somewhere. Argue with me from your seat, okay? Huh? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, but now back at Nene's house, the girls are sitting around talking, and I don't know if Nene was trying to figure out what happened, because again, when it happened, Nene didn't hear what Kenya was saying because Nene wasn't sitting next to her. Cynthia was. So, you know, when Nene is saying how, you know, well, you know, we should just not bring up kids, and Cynthia said, well, hold on now, you know what I'm saying, we can't really say that. Kim kept messing with her, and Kenya wasn't saying anything, and she wasn't. And then, you know, Kenya then says how, you know, months ago, the whole issue with her and Brielle, how they showed the little tweets and stuff, how Brielle was saying stuff about how Kenya was was paying for her own house, how Kenya was paying for boyfriends, was, you know, hiring husbands, and how she gonna afford to pay for her house and pay to be by these husbands. Again, so she was saying things to Kenya on social media. Kenya said, but I just ignored it. I just, you know, she's a kid. It is what it is. She's like, but however, her mama came at me. Yes, I did say something because she put it out there. It wasn't me. I repeated something that she said on social media, and it's true. And you know, it's like, and I ignored her. You know, when Cynthia was saying, you know, Kenya was mad at her own business. That's really was what she was doing, and Kim kept fucking with her. Now, what I did not like is how Nene was saying how Cynthia was standing up for Kenya, but she felt like if the roles were reversed, that Kenya wouldn't stand up for Cynthia. And I kept thinking, but what does that have to do with what they're talking about? You know, if Cynthia is sitting there just saying what honestly happened, and she's saying, well, no, let's not try to make Kenya out to be the bad person here, because she wasn't. Even though what she said was, you know, it included a kid, she wasn't the aggressor. She wasn't the one who started this, and it really wasn't her fault then. Nene, for some reason, I don't know why she still don't like the relationship between Cynthia and Kenya. I think they all get along now, so I think that's dumb to feel like, why is she taking up for Kenya? Because it's the right thing to do, and it's the truth. Okay? The truth shall set anybody free. So, was that it? That all happened? Yeah, so that was it for that scene. So, everything in between here, I felt like was just filler stuff that they did just to get to them going on a trip to, was it Santa Monica? Santa Fe? Somewhere. California. You know, they was going somewhere. There was a small scene where Candy was at the studio because she's now back and off tour and, you know, was talking to Don Juan, but then Sheree comes over to tell her about the fight. So when she bring up the fight, you know how Sheree never tells the story the right way. She always adds some stuff in. So when she's telling the story, she says, yeah, because Kenya then said, you know, you got your daughter out here sucking dick for tickets for your injured son. And Kenya was like, Kenya said, what? She was like, nah, I don't see Kenya saying something. It's like, Kenya wouldn't say something like that. And I don't think Kenya would either. I don't think people bring up sick kids. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I don't know. And even Don was like, did you hear her say that? And she's like, well, no, you know, I didn't hear her say that, but that's what Kim said she said. But Sheree, what you should say is, you should say what you yourself witnessed. You can't then tell people, oh, where Kim said this, I didn't hear it. Like, I was right there, and I didn't hear that, but she said that. You sound stupid. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, Candy was just like, well, that was crazy. I'm glad I missed it. You know, Sheree then brings up how they're doing the whole trip to, you know, Cali and whatever, and she wants Candy to come. Said that she's inviting everybody, including Kim, including Porsha, and everything. So Kim, like, you know what? I'm gonna go because I don't want to miss any fireworks between Kim and Kenya. I'm like, yeah, you know, that's true. I'll do the same thing. We'll see a small scene where Cynthia and Noella's talking, and Noella's just saying how she's not moving to Charlotte now, how she wants to be able to live her life a little bit more, and even though she has a boyfriend in Charlotte, she feels like they both need to live their life a little bit before they commit so much to each other. I think that was a wonderful thing for her to say. Noella's young, and while I feel like she has more freedom than typical kids, 17, 18 years old, I like how it seems as if she has a good head on her shoulders. Because any other girl would be like, yeah, I'm moving to Charlotte with my man. We're going to be in love. And she was being realistic. She's like, you know, if we are still together later on down the line, you know, great. But we're so young, and we should live life. Her mom's like, well, what does he say? And she said, well, he's like, you know, all or nothing, meaning he wants us me to either move there or not. And she said, but, you know, I don't feel like I'm going to block what God is telling me to do. Noelle, yes. Okay, yes. Love it. They talk a little bit about Cynthia dating the guy, Matt. You know, it's cool or whatever it is, what it is. We see a later scene, too, of Matt FaceTiming Cynthia, just saying, you know, hey, let me know your schedule for the next week or two, because I have access to a boat, and I wanted to, like, you know, kind of hang out. And she like, oh, for a day? And he was like, yeah. She's like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, and it'll be many more days coming. I like their newness of this relationship. I think it's something fresh for the Housewives. We saw, you know, Cynthia and Peter all these years. Like, no one has really been dating and it seemed real. This is the first time that you've seen someone who's been on the show since at least, I think, season 2 or season 3. They've come out of a marriage. They're a completely different person. Their child is older. You know, they are now divorced. And she likes someone. She's dating someone. I think this is a good thing for the show. So, I like it. We see how Greg is feeling better. The doctors have gave him at least a clean bill of health to, get off some of the medications that he's on. So that's a good thing. So Nene, of course, is happy and relieved because she's like, I know with him being relieved, I can be relieved. And now I don't feel guilty or feel bad for going to the Cali trip with the girls. So, yeah, we see that. Sad moment. We find out on this episode that Kenya's grandmother passed away. She was the person who took Kenya in when her mother gave her away when she was like 2 or 3 years old or whatnot. It was her father's mother. She basically lost her mother because it's, just the person who raised her. Cynthia, came up and brought her flowers, and, it was, a real moment. And I'm like, oh, that's, just horrible. She was saying, they showed like a video that Kenya had of her grandmother who had developed Alzheimer's, so memory issues and things like that. But it was one where she was talking and she was saying, I never wanted Kenya to be adopted. So I told her mama, don't give her away, give her to me. I'll take her. And she's like, and I raised her, and that's my baby. And I'm like, tear made me so sad. But condolences to her, her family and everything like that. So she was saying how she did not know if she was going to be able to make it to go on the trip, because she might have to plan things for the service, but, we shall see. Well, no, she went, so, it is what it is, but, yeah, condolences to her and her family. We see Nene and Marlo meeting up, basically, at her house, and I'm only mentioning this because Nene's closet is amazing. I want her closet. I'm moving, early next, in a few months. And I want to go somewhere that has a huge closet because I have a lot of clothes and shoes. So I'm like, oh my God, her closet was amazing. I loved it. So, she basically invites Marlo to come to on the trip. And Marlo says, well, yeah, I got to go out to Cali anyway because I'm picking up a car that I'm getting. I don't know what Marlo does. I don't think the world knows what Marlo does. But Marlo girl, okay. But she also says how she's kind of inviting Marlo because Cynthia takes up for Kenya. And she's like, what I'm saying? I think it's weird how Cynthia speaks up for Kenya. So I want to have Marlo there, as my support system. But I'm like, why is it that you think that Cynthia can't speak up for Kenya and for you? Like, I think Cynthia can multitask and do two things at once. I don't think it has to be an either or type of situation. Nene, I don't need you to get over that. You know what I'm saying? So we see they go on the trip. We see Kim isn't coming. Who cares? Girl, bye. And, they get there. They're on the bus talking and everything. And they get on the conversation of, like, when was the last time someone had sex? I don't know where this conversation came from, honestly. I was like, wait, what? So they first, I think, asked Cynthia. And she said, I don't know. Let's talk about Sheree. So Porsha said it had been maybe 5 months. Candy busted out laughing when Porsha said 5 months. And I'm like, does Candy know something that we don't know? Because she laughed pretty hard. And she's like, no, I just thought it was funny. Sheree says that she has not had sex in about a year. It was last year. And then he like, is it because you love someone, girl? Is you in love? And she was like, well, yeah, but we're not having sex. So, I haven't had sex in a while. And then Kenya like, so you're in love with someone that you want to have sex with, but you can't have sex, and it's been about a year. Is it because he's in prison? And she was like, well, yeah. So we do know that Sheree's boyfriend is in prison. Full on prison. He's inmate number, 7779311. And I'm saying, I'm just like, okay, well, I guess, love found people where they found people at. And we find out that Nene actually knows the guy, some guy named Tyrone, who they showed a scene of them talking about it, like, probably for season 1 or season 2. Maybe it was season 2 when they was having this argument. It was the same. It was the scene where Nene told her, I'm cashing Trump checks, bitch. So whenever that season was. So Nene's like, I'm so shocked. I can't believe it, So, Sheree says how her and him, have known each other for years. They dated for a little bit before he went to prison. They then lost contact and she did not know that he got locked up. And then since he got locked up, they reconnected. And what I'm saying? I'm just like this. People in prison need prison pals. They need buddies, okay? And I would never suggest that you rekindle a relationship with anyone who's in prison. Point blank, period. Because at that point, they need someone, okay? I feel like if you're dating someone and then they get arrested and they go to jail, you want to stick by them, by all means, go ahead and do that. But if I'm dating you and we break up and it's been 8-9 months, it's been enough times where you've been locked up and I didn't know, I don't want to reconnect with you now. For what? No, do your time, bruh. I'll holler at you when you get out. Let's see what we can do then. I can't, no. I have friends who are locked up, and I talk to them because they're childhood friends, and I ain't taking your motherfuckers serious. Well, no, I have one friend that I talk to who's been gone because he's like a family friend, you know what I'm saying? But I would never be like, yeah, let's be together. No, we're friends, okay? And we chit-chat because you call me, and it is what it is. So, yeah. So Candy's like, she's just surprised because usually Sheree is so private. So for her to be this openly talking about this relationship, it's like, okay, the life coach must be working. I say, yeah, it must be. The last thing, Lord Jesus. So we see Marlo is there, how Nene is saying how, she's there to have her back because Cynthia has Kenya's. So then, they all at the table, Marlo and Nene walking because they did not know Marlo was coming. So Sheree like, well, I didn't tell Nene she got a +1, but, it's cool because it's Marlo. Because whenever Marlo's around, we get to the bottom of things. So, maybe it's a good thing. And sure enough, they sit down and Sheree go right into it. She's like, well, yeah, I feel like, Porsha and Nene, y'all have an issue and y'all kind of beefing. And I feel like, what I'm saying, it's stupid and petty. And I'm like, well, bitch, who asked you? Like, can y'all get to the entree? Like, ain't nobody had no food. Like, how do you sit down and instantly just start to get to the pettiness of it all? So, Nene like, well, don't say Nene, because the last time I talked to Porsha, she was like, what I'm saying, the door is closed. Meaning, Porsha was saying, like, I don't want to address whatever the issue is, so you can't say it's my fault. And from there, they both are going at each other. They at first is saying how, well, you angry at me. And he's like, well, I'm not angry at you. You angry at me. So now they both saying the other one angry. Then they saying the other one was upset. You upset. No. It was petty. It was petty. It was childish. They too old to be having this kind of arguments. And I'm just like, girls, ladies, women, why? And I felt like because neither one of them was saying anything, it was done. It was literally, you angry with me? No, you angry with me? No, you ain't. What? Who can't? Girl, move on by. And from there, Nene says how Porsha accused her of trying to take money or try to take food off her plate. And she was like, but the only person, you took money from Phaedra. Because Phaedra, the only one who's not here. So, which is true, because Porsha kept saying that Nene was trying to get her fired. My thing is, the whole concoction story about against Candy that Phaedra and Porsha had only got Phaedra fired. It didn't even get Porsha fired. So if anybody got their money, messed with, it was Phaedra. Even though I don't care if Phaedra not here or whatever. And so she's like, well, that's not my fault. We all have to be held accountable for our actions. I can't take accountability for what Phaedra did. We all have to be accountable for our own responsibility. We all have to be accountable for our own part in what we do. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then Candy like, I can't believe Porsha saying how people need to be held accountable for their own, part that they play when she hasn't done that herself. So from there, Porsha saying how Nene would say how she brought her to the show. Nene was like, I didn't say I brought you here. I said I kept you here. And she then says when Porsha jumped on Kenya, how she was the only one, by her side really, and how she tried to keep her calm and keep her on the show. Now, while Candy said we was all kind of we was all kind of on her side a little bit, trying to help her, but I get it as to what she's trying to say. So from there, she was just like, then they both started saying, well, you were trying to bring me down. When they trying to bring me down, I'm like, y'all both were talking about the other one, so I don't think either one of them was trying to bring the other one down. I think they were doing what they usually do, being petty and talking about each other. So, Nene was getting angry. And not like she was, she might have beat Porsha. She might have beat Porsha's ass, but she would have got more and more angry. So, she was just saying, she was getting angry, she was getting hyped, and telling her, you be on Dish Nation talking shit about me every day. I used to watch Dish Nation. I used to record it, watch it back later. I can't knock that to be too busy. Porsha did, every time after the Housewives aired, Porsha absolutely would talk about Nene. Absolutely. Like, and it was never positive. And my thing is, I think, like, she should have just not talked about her. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, if y'all ain't getting along, just leave it alone. But because you did talk about her, you can't make it seem as if what Nene's saying isn't true, because it's true. You were always talking about her on Dish Nation, and it was true. So then for Marlo gets up and she moves her seat and she sits in between them because it was getting. Nene was so heated that her bun that she was wearing was loose. Like, she was whipping her head so much that she knocked her hair loose. And they were going back and forth. But again, the back and forth was, "Will you be petty about this?" And it was mediocre bullshit between the two of them. So Kenya then says how, with Porsha, Nene is the one who, to be honest, she did have your back, and she was kind of the only one. And Nene like, "No, I tried to get her fired. I tried to take her checks," and she's like, "No, Nene, that's not true. We know, honestly, that's not true." And she's like, "I know it's not true," because Nene was heated to the 10th power, and they were trying to kind of calm her. Because she was visibly, physically upset, to where if she would have been able to get to Porsha, she might have snatched Porsha ass up and like punched her in the face. That's how angry and upset she seemed. It's honestly true. So Nene was like, what did you say? Yeah, because then it was the whole thing of, "You tried to get me fired." She's like, I never tried to get your motherfucking. She was cussing and fussing, and "I didn't try to get you fired. That's a damn lie. You was a liar. You deserve some discipline for what you did to Candy." I'm looking like, no, she said that. What she meant was, somebody need to beat your ass for what you did to Candy. And Candy on the sideline looking like, "Oh my Lord Jesus. Oh, now we're going to speak up for Candy? You damn right we're going to speak up for Candy." I'm like, this is a full. While it was a petty, repetitive argument, it was still entertaining to see. Very much. I didn't try to get your motherfucking ass fired. Whatever. You need to. I'm like, look, both of y'all. Porsha was like, "Look how angry you are. Look how upset you are." And my thing is, I don't think Nene is upset or angry with Porsha on a regular basis. I think when she's having a conversation with Porsha and Portia's pissing her off. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what. I don't think if Nene's sitting at home and it's just a random Tuesday that she's sitting around being mad at Porsha. I think when someone asks her about Porsha, she gets upset talking to Porsha when Porsha is saying things that she doesn't believe to be true. So, and the episode cut off with them just kind of argue back and forth, and it'll be continued next Sunday. So that was my review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 10 episode. Was it episode 4? Episode 5. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please put any comments you want below. I am going to review The Walking Dead, and I'm also going to do Marriage Boot Camp Reality Stars. I forgot to do that on Friday. So I am Shaylee. This is Shaylee's Corner. Until next time, people.